Hello, everyone. It's November 2nd, 2025. The bull run is not over. You may think that the market had a gigantic dump in the month of in October specifically, and we did have a largest liquidation in the crypto history in the month of October, which I covered in my prior video. But I'm here to tell you the bull run is not over. So let's look at the monthly candle close for October for Bitcoin. This particular candle swept liquidity below all of these candles for September, August, and July and closed above the September candle. Given the way it closed, this is a bullish close, which means that price in the month of November opened here. It may go down some. My expectation is it will do that. It has already opened on November 1st, went down some, it will go down some more probably, and then go higher and higher and higher. Could potentially take this high out, which is the 126,322 roughly, the all-time high. That is the expectation for it. But this is a bullish close, and there is no reason for you all to be thinking that the bull run is over. There are lots of fundamental reasons for this to continue. The Fed is currently in the process of cutting interest rates, which is bullish for crypto and stocks, overall Nasdaq, S&P, as well as Bitcoin and other currencies, cryptocurrencies. I'm expecting the Fed will cut interest rates more in December, and in the next year, in 2026, there are additional rate cuts expected, which will be bringing the risk on assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. All of the assets that we are invested in to go higher in prices. You can see the history anytime that occurs. Anytime the rate cuts occur, the masses flock into risk-on assets because risk-on assets, will provide a higher reward for their investment. At this point in time, BTC is trading at around 110,000. So my expectation is that in the month of November, it will go higher. Okay, let me show you the chart on the large time frame. So this is where we are currently. On the monthly, we made a high around 110K, made a low around 74 to 75K, and now we are making a higher high, and we made a low just now in the month of October, 101,000, a higher low. We may probably do some retracement down to this level, perhaps 106,000, and then make a higher high. That's my anticipation. So I'm anticipating Bitcoin will continue higher, probably hit around this area, around 150 to 160K by the end of the calendar year, by December timeframe. And then it will continue, maybe do some retracement and continue. I do not anticipate this bull run will be over within this year in 2025. It will continue into 2026. And the reason for that is that the Fed is expected to continue to cut rates next year. And there is an expectation a new Fed chair will come in who is more in favor of cutting interest rates. The federal government's plan for the future for the next year is to bring interest rates down towards 1%. Right now it is hovering at 3.75 to 4%. The federal funds rate I'm talking about. So if it comes down to, let's say, 1% or 2% overall, it will be a massive boost for prices of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, XRP, and other crypto assets. So that's my expectation in 2026 will continue. So we'll keep an eye on the market, we'll keep an eye on the interest rates, how they are fluctuating, and the overall money supply will go higher when that occurs, and that money will flow into crypto as well. So overall, that crypto market cap will go higher. Right now, the crypto market cap is at 3.6. My anticipation is before we get any sort of bear market, I'm anticipating it will go anywhere between 10 to 12 trillion for the overall crypto total market cap. So from where we are right now, that's another at least uh, minimally, I'd say minimally about 170% to 224% increase for the total market cap. Also, the other reason that this bull run is not going to be over this year, 2025, is because Ethereum has not even closed above its prior all-time high. See this? This was its prior all-time high at 4,900. Ethereum wicked it in August. It wicked the high, closed below it. It hasn't even closed above it yet. So we have a long ways to go, guys, for the bull run to before it's over. It's gonna be my expectation for Ethereum is gonna hit by the end of this year. It's gonna be going past 7,000. So I'm expecting before the end of the year, Ethereum will probably hit most likely 7,000, if not higher. It could go up to 12K. That's my expectation. And my bull run expectation is Ethereum to hit close to 20K. Right? So it should go upwards of 20K. By the time, let's say, Bitcoin, by the time Bitcoin hits, let's say 250 to 300K, Ethereum should hit 20 to 25K by that time. Okay, relatively speaking. As BTC rises, so will Ethereum along with it, and other assets like Solana, Cardano. So let's look at those real quick as well. Solana is currently trading at 184. I'm expecting Solana to go minimally by the end of the year 500. It could go to $1,000 also by the end of the calendar year. But my targets for Solana for into next year, uh, when the bull run peaks out, is closer to $2,000 for Solana, if not a little bit higher. Cardano, uh, so Cardano currently is trading around 60 cents. Look at a massive crash it had in October. It swept all the liquidity below this low of 27, about 27 cents area, 28 cents area. And I'm expecting Cardano, and here's another reason, guys. Cardano has not even hit its all-time high, which is $3.11. See, there's a long ways to go still. Cardano still has to do a 4x before it even gets to the all-time high. So you see, this bull run is nowhere near over. This is a very, very slowing down of a bull run. It's not like the previous 2021 or 2017 bull runs where there were blow off tops very quickly, like in November, December timeframes. All went into maybe a little bit following month, January timeframe, but this is different. This is going to be a slow grinding up bull run because of the global situation that is happening. I'll explain to you what I mean by that. There is a lot of debt. The entire market is dependent on how the debt is played in the market, the bonds, the government bonds, which are coming up for expiry, and and when they come up for expiry, the government is trying to refinance all of that debt at a lower interest rate. Okay, so all of that is going to occur in 2026. By the time all that is said and done, all the interest rates will be down to like 1 to 2% range. So the federal government in the United States can refinance all the debt, the long-term debt and everything else, like the 10-year bond and all of that. I'll show you that in a second here. Let me show you actually real quick XRP as well. Then I'll show you the other things. Uh, okay, look at XRP. XRP is trading at $2.50. I'm anticipating it will go upwards. Uh, XRP will go closer to $5, $5 to $6 by end of the year. That's my anticipation, and it'll go probably to the peak whenever the bull run peaks out, closer to $10. Okay, let me show you. This is the United States. Uh, these are the bonds that the United States government offers to countries, individuals, corporations, etc. Whoever wants to get them is able to get them. So this is the 10-year. Right now it's hovering around 4%. 20 years hovering around 4.6%. 30 years hovering around 4.65%. Okay, that's the yield, bond yield. People who invest in it, that's how much they are expected to get as a return on their investment. But they have to lock up their money. This is inflation data right now around 3%. It's expected to come down some more. Um, and this is the monthly one. This is the T-bills. It's hovering around 3.98%. Essentially, this is the guaranteed rate of return on your money. Let's say you buy the T-bills, you can make about 4% guaranteed on your money. Um, so a lot of the whole market is driven by these things, these bonds. You have to really, study them, which I spent a lot of time researching. Whenever these interest rates come down on these, which the government is going to do all of this is going to be recycled. And the federal government next year is going to refinance all of these into lower interest rates. That's why President Trump's trying to get their interest rates down. Let's say the interest rates come down to 1% or 2%. All of this long-term debt that the government currently has and pays so much just on interest payments alone on that. Once it gets refinanced, those costs of paying or servicing the debt will go down significantly to help the overall debt situation in the United States. And the entire world is impacted by it, by the way. It's not just the US. Other large nations are also going to be impacted by this in Europe, Asia, everywhere, Middle East. So that's why I'm saying this is going to happen next year. And when all of these interest rates come down, all of this debt will be refinanced at a lower rate, right? So you won't see like 4%, 4.6%, 4 points on the 30-year 2010. All of these will be refinanced at a lower rate. And then when all of that occurs, then maybe after all of that, the bear market can occur. Okay, but until then, just keep an eye on this. Follow this stuff, and I'll try to keep y'all updated here. But that's what I'm anticipating. That's why I'm saying bull market is not over. It's going to continue into 2026. All right, guys. Just to wrap it up, I'm bullish on BTC, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano to continue uh, rising in November and December. So don't give up hope. Don't think the bull run's over just because you saw this candle right here. You're thinking that, oh, it's done, it's over. Far from it, guys. All right, that covers everything for today. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Spread the word about my channel. I appreciate it.